Thank you for watching. It's actually, I know I'm wearing my crazy suit, but it's quite a sober subject in that this week we are raising funds for a charity which is very close to my heart, called Movember, hence the moustache. And I'm sure many of you have heard of Movember. It's my challenge to grow a moustache for a whole year, for a whole month, sorry. I don't think my wife will forgive me for a year. And this month we're raising funds. We're up to £310, but I'd love to get that much higher, and I'd love your help. And so what we're doing this week is for every single penny spent by you, our customers, we are going to figure out what 5% of that is, and then that 5% we will give to Movember as our donation. Okay, so obviously that's more than 5% of our profits, because it's 5% of the entire cost that you are spending. And we want to do this because we believe in this cause so much. And just talk a little bit about that. I've got family history of prostate cancer, in that my father, at the age of about 65 was, or maybe even less, was diagnosed with prostate cancer, having had a PSA test, which he only had because he was on some medication for an enlarged prostate, and he was getting some side effects. And so he wanted to come off that medication or to change it. And while he was at it, he sort of suggested, can we check the prostate? Can we have a PSA test? And that showed the cancer. He was given three options. He could either have the radiotherapy procedure, he could have a sort of a course of medication procedure, or he could just completely have a removal of the prostate, which is obviously the most intrusive procedure. Lots of issues that can cause for younger men, but being an older man, he decided that would be the best course for him. Completely get rid of the prostate and probably give the best chance of completely getting rid of the cancer. That was thankfully successful, and a couple of months later he was declared cancer-free remission, and thank the Lord, up until this day he hasn't had any reoccurrence, although he has regular PSA tests and other tests just to make sure. However, I always wonder, what would have happened if they'd caught it sooner? Would it have been much easier? I think it would have. I have another customer, actually, don't think he would mind me saying, I won't name him, who it was caught too late. The cancer has spread, and it went to his rectum, which he had to have removed, and now it's gone to his blood, and they don't think he'll live very long, and it's very sad. And so this is highly preventable, and I want to raise awareness, because if you are aged 50 or above and you're a man, then and you haven't had an investigation, a PSA test, you can request one, and it is likely to find an issue if there is one. And it's just a very easy thing to do, and there's no shame in asking for one, and I just would highly recommend you do so, because it is it's a very common thing. And if you are in a high risk group, which means that you have some sort of family history of this, like I do, then you're twice as likely to get prostate cancer. Therefore, you actually can request a PSA test from the age of 45, and I will be doing that, and I highly recommend you do so too, because this is highly curable if it is caught soon. You can live a disease-free life. It won't spread if it's highly likely. If it is caught soon. Also, if you're black, you are twice as likely to get prostate cancer, according to research. So if you're black and you have family history, then you're, I guess, 4 times as likely. So please get yourself checked. If you have friends and family, I'm sure we all do, who are in those groups, there's no shame in asking them the question, have you had PSA tests? Get checked. So that's part one. Part two, Movember also funds, so they're funding, as I've written here, the development of inventions, therapies, diagnostic tests for prostate cancer, but they are also doing a lot for men's mental health, which is an increasingly diabolical issue, especially in the UK. And I've written some statistics on the board here. Male suicide being so high in the UK, it is, in a sense, a form of pandemic, I guess. It's preventable, this thing. And it's all about the fact that, I guess, men feel like there's a stigma attached to, talking about their mental health issues. And if we talked about our struggles, then we've got a far higher chance of being able to get through them, seeking support, etc., etc. And so, yeah, Movember is helping fund these projects, community-led projects, which are saving lives, just to help reduce the stigma around talking about mental health. So thank you for watching. I would love it if you could buy some fish this week. We'll deliver, or meat, we'll deliver anytime up until Christmas. 22nd of December is the last delivery day. By buying something this week, 5% of what you pay will go straight to Movember. And also to say that, yeah, we've got all these Christmas specials, so do have a look. If you've already placed an order, maybe last week you were part of our raffle, I would have another look. You never know, that you might see something else on the website and think, actually, that would be helpful. Or maybe you could gift something to someone for Christmas. We'll deliver it to them very happily. And as I say, 5% of what you pay will go to Movember. If your freezer's full, you can't really think about Christmas yet, or you've already placed your order and you really don't want to spend any more money on food, highly understandable. Thank you so much for getting to me this far in this video. But why don't you think about maybe just putting in a donation to Movember through my link, which I will share along with this video. Click on the link and maybe you want to give £1 or £2 just to help us get the target a little bit higher. I'd love it if this year, as me personally, but also as a company, we could raise a lot of money for this excellent charity and save some men's lives, because this is a very, very very important thing to do, but also it's a very relevant thing to do, I think, in this day and age. So thank you again for watching, and I do hope that you have a wonderful November and the moustache will probably go. Bye bye.